Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Now, what you're going to get now is a Daddy Dragon bedroom performance, right? No, stop the thoughts, right? All I'm doing is showing you how the voting system works, right? So I'm going to do this, and again, what you've got to imagine is this is the count, right? So when you go along and you fill out your ballot, you put your mark on it, whatever it is, you go along and you put it in a box, it goes along to a count, and people have these buckets or boxes. Well, I've actually got one here, not out of a count, but a plastic box, and they put them up, right? So I'm going to show you what happens. So again, what you've got is different groups of people. Political parties, right? Labour Party, Lib Dem Party, but there's another group of people I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes. Oh, sorry, I forgot them. They're the green ones. They think they're bigger than what they are. Rather lonely, I think. Right? So what we're going to do is we're now going to show you another group of people. And that's this ones. These are the ones that don't vote. But there's something special coming up, and I'm going to show you what that is. So the way we look at this is we have, let's just say, the Conservative Party. And all of their supporters go and vote. Most people, however, are demoralised. You get a handful of another group of well-organised people, and they vote. You know, there's still some in there, because at the moment it's Tories that's in the lead. And then we've got the Lib Dems. I'll put them in with the green, because the green's seem lonely. Then you've got another group of people. These people. These are the people that don't vote. And the reason they don't vote is because they've been demoralised. But what they don't know is it is crucial to actually vote. So what I'm saying to you is, here is the count. So they count 15 for the Lib Dems and 1 for the Greens. But this is transferred to Parliament. Blues, Tories, really they're all the same. And here's the red for Labour. But I want to show you something, and it's quite simple. When you spoil your ballot, at the count, you are registering your vote, and your vote is counted against the turnout. And when your votes, your spoilt ballots, which could say anything, no more war, this is bullshit, no more lockdowns, whatever you want to say, the people at the end at the count, they count them up with the rest of them, and they have to go through them, and they see them messages. And they are counted as part of the turnout, right? Why is that important? Because when I bring these together, like this, let's bring them up that close. Those that abstained are literally in tacit agreement with these people. So when you abstain, all of these votes are counted towards them. Just think about that. Right there. Right? There they go. I'll probably have a phone out this after. All of them votes, or non-votes, abstentions, every single one of these, including this, you are supporting those three parties by not voting. The objective of Marxism, the objective of communism, the objective of administrative fascism is to demoralise you. If they demoralise you, you don't vote. If you don't vote, a smaller minority or group of people take control of Parliament. And I'm going to show you why again, why that's important with a separate demonstration. But now I'm going to show you what happens, literally, when you vote. When you spoil your ballot, this is what happens. It's being counted. Guess what, people? Your spoilt ballot is next to them at the count. Guess what, people? It don't stop. The amount of people who disagree with them. Wow. And here we go again. Spoilt ballot. Turnout increases, so does the dissent, without violence. And now you can start to see why they want you not to vote. And the people telling you not to vote, quite simply, they're part of this mob. That's the demoralisation. If you want to take back control of your country and your parliament, spoilt ballots, when they outnumber them, that is the parliament. So that has now become parliament. It's delegitimised because these people say, we do not consent. We turned out to vote and we're telling you we don't like none of you. We want the lot of you gone, right? It is such a powerful protest of non-violence and intelligence against this system that has conspired against you. Now I'm going to show you another trick. You're going to like this, not a lot. You've got another situation. You've got another situation now. This is Parliament. There it goes. There's your Parliament, right? That's what you just did not elect because you're part of these bad boys. That's your vote, and that's the count, that's the turnout going against them. You do not consent. So there's the Parliament with that handful of people that have gone out and said, we want this tyranny. Now I'm going to show you something else. The powers of separation. So I'm hoping you're seeing this and getting this, right? This is the powers of separation. What you've done, by being disillusioned, by listening to people on the internet, by saying to people, these people are telling you not to vote because by not voting you're not consenting. That is completely untrue. You've just seen your I do not consent. And there it is. That is your I do not consent by the millions being counted at the count against the turnout. There are those people that were elected in Parliament. They are a minority. The powers of separation and the estates of this realm, Parliament, the Crown and the Judiciary. What happens when one of these makes a law that you don't like? What's supposed to happen is the Crown looks at it, and if they believe it goes against the liberties of the subject and the freedoms of the subject, they veto it. If for some reason the Crown allows it, it should go to the Judiciary for them to void it. So you have a separation of powers that is in the interest of the people under the common law. Parliament that should only make positive law. Repugnant law is no law at all under the common law, and the common law will control it. The problem you've got is the common law, which is the judiciary, is full of cowards. It didn't used to be full of cowards. There's the feathers for our judiciary. There's the feathers for our solicitors. There's the feathers for our Supreme Court. There's the feathers for all them people in the judiciary, in the legal profession, that has allowed everything that's going on now to carry on. They are cowards. Cowardice in the judiciary leads to tyranny in the realm. And that's exactly what you got. Because these people are paid a lot of money from our taxes to protect us, to protect our future generations, and to protect our constitution, and protect all our liberties and freedoms that our ancestors, mostly working class, fought and died for. And these group of people here, these cowards, the judiciary, have failed us at every single step of the way. They now say that they cannot, many solicitors say this, they cannot strike down laws that are what's known as primary law. So I'm going to get back to this and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully you're seeing all of these fill up like that. Lord Denning wasn't a coward, by the way. Sir Edward Coke wasn't a coward, by the way. Many others of our judiciary. Sir John Holt wasn't a coward. But the people we got there now are taking their money from the working class people who they should protect, and they are siding with their silence with tyranny. Now what people have got, the second element to this, that people need to understand is, without the powers of separation, you've got no common law. What we've now got is these people, the judiciary, being controlled by Parliament. Mainly put in place by Blair, but the Tories, Toryism, whatever you want to describe it as. So they are no longer with us. The Crown. The primary function of the Crown is to veto bad law. Is to look at the laws and make sure that everything's appropriate. When was the last time the Crown vetoed a law? When was the last time the Crown used its prerogative for mercy? I mean, they use it, not pass it all off, the prerogatives, to Parliament. What are we paying them for? It isn't. It is not. What the media are telling you, that we pay the Crown because of trade in tourism. We can make Windsor Castle into a theme park. You can stick a model of Prince Charles up anywhere you want. These people are paid astronomical amounts of money and massive pensions and chauffeur-driven cars. Neither of them are doing anything for us. These people are now what's known as an elected dictatorship. You have in effect got, under this element, a civil service that has become an administrative fascist state. Could be communist, could be fascist, it doesn't matter. We've lost control because we don't have the powers of separation anymore. And it's been like that for a very long time. How can you change it? You go and vote. You spoil your ballot and you increase the turnout, so the turnout as a protest is far more than any of these parties put together. And then the Parliament is delegitimate. And then these other factions need to come together and say, what we're going to do. Because the people are not happy. That's how we solve this problem. And if anyone tells you not to vote, and if anyone says, yeah, there's no point, or I've got no one to vote for, you must tell them, spoil your ballot. Watch the video, spoil your ballot. Because if you don't, what we'll end up with, which we've got, and our children will end up with, is complete and utter tyranny. Worse than anyone has seen anywhere in the world before, because they're using technology in the background to control us. So that's what I've got to say on that. Thanks very much. And don't forget, just in case anyone wants to read up on it, Hamlin Lectures, John Laws, the Common Law Constitution. Sir John Laws, very famous judge. Select statutes and cases and documents. And again, The Origin and Growth of the English Constitution, Volume 1 and 2 I've got. These are all old books, some of them are 100 years old. That's it, people. Thank you very much, and hopefully this video come out.